Braven is just one of those movies that you look at and think you know everything about it. It looks like one of those typical generic action thrillers about a logger who gets attacked and has to defend his property, and it is to a certain extent that kind of story, but Braven is elevated above that because of several facts. First of all, the cast. It's got Jason Momoa as Joe Braven and Stephen Lang as Lyndon. These are the two main characters. They are father and son, and it adds a bit of an emotional element to it by having this story of his father having had a fall and slowly starting to deteriorate mentally, unable to hold on to facts, thinking that people are there who are not, thinking that somebody is his wife and it's clearly not, and getting into constant trouble where Joe has to always save him from. And he's having a tough time with his father, decides to take him up to the cabin that he's got, have a heart-to-heart and to try and break down what they're going to do to make sure the situation is better. He may have to go into care. When they get there, they discover that there is a large bag of drugs hiding out in one of his sheds, and it happens that his daughter has stowed away in his van as well. And this group of drug runners, or people, bad naughty people who want their drugs back, have just happened to arrive back at the lodge just as Joe, his father, and his daughter are there. And you can kind of tell what's going to come from then on. And it does follow a certain formula, something that we have seen before and something that we've seen done lots of times before, but it's entertaining and it's done well, and that's the best thing I can say about Braven. It's got some good action, it's got some tense, suspenseful scenes, you get some good shootouts as well, hand-to-hand combat, and once the action really starts, it moves along while still continuing this story of Joe and his father and how they're trying to deal with their current situation as well. I had a lot of time for Braven. It's a quick movie, just over 90 minutes, and it is a little bit above the bar of typical action direct-to-video stuff, I think. But it's got Jason Momoa in the lead. Stephen Lang is always good in these movies, and the pair work tremendously well together. It's the emotional core of the movie is because of these two, and because these two are really playing it as straight as they can, it works tremendously well. You could quite easily see this being a tongue-in-cheek action movie, but they don't go that way with it. The bad guy is deliciously malevolent. He is always there. He is always being as dastardly as he possibly can, with bouts of violence or just quickly shooting somebody in the head as if it's no more than sneezing to him. Just an instant reaction. One of the best things about Braven is the cinematography. It captures these luscious landscapes, these snow-filled landscapes, and they are fantastic to look at, especially as the action is going on as well. Even in a small breaths in between it, you get some nice varied locations. You get like a seafront, you get a cabin covered in snow. They use it to their advantage to create something a little bit better, a little bit nicer, and something visually more interesting to watch, along with the action that is moving this story forward. Braven is released by 101 Films, and I think it is a definite pickup. It is, and amongst direct-to-video action movies, one of the best I have seen recently. Momoa is good, Lang is terrific as the father, and I think he's a great actor anyway. The action is key here, and the action is well done, interesting. It is shot in a fashion where you can actually see everything that is happening, and it is entertaining. It's a fun journey. It's a fun trip in front of the TV watching this thing. It's effortless. I think you should definitely check it out. I gave Braven 4 out of 5, and I think it's worth your time. Definitely check it out. Let me know in the comment box below what you thought of the movie, and I'll see you next time on Man vs. Film.